Yeah, we welcome you once again to the Eagles Nest program. As you know, it's a program we are designing here. The Ghana Hong Kong, the Adrian Ghana, study about Ghana, which me to my best friend. And then there is gonna be another wonderful child on the Eagles Nest. And to may encourage you, say share with your friends and family around the world. Because of say a international program, your number you use a international number. To me after our WhatsApp number, so you can call on the WhatsApp number on the screen. Maybe a WhatsApp calls not to, and also to me WhatsApp, and you may read your text message, for you to also contribute to the program. And to maybe I welcome you once again to the Eagles Nest. And that is gonna be special. I have a lot of guests on the show, and you better share a near my Ghana, particularly you better share jobs. Now you share the closures of Ghanaian businesses. Why some government has taken it upon themselves to so make closes of Ghanaian businesses. And whilst young people in the country are struggling with their jobs, these are the topics that we'll be looking at today. And in Tinisawaba, as I said, share with a friend, a colleague, invite not also to my DNA. Obeti me a friend number now I will screen now what contribute to your ideas or your suggestion. So before we zoom into the program now, let me play you one track. Then we will zoom into the discussion. Thank you.
Get them black in here, and now PPP all the way, my yeah. Let's go. We make the wrong choices. It's time for us to make the right choice. I mean better choices. For you and not just the suffering. They are the right choices. The human right is coming with development and peace and more chances. NDC, PPP, NPP, activity PPP, Mahama, and our Pejumera, Emi Dada, and our Pepijo Benuku, Mahama be economist, communicator, you deserve the peace, social promises, okay, that's the lawyer, to be economist, they go feel like us. Then you go manager. You're not my yet. What do my papa put into Nova yet? You do not put that. Tell me too many from the city to Anapa to more. You do not put that into your set. What do you want to share? Now to open it to do now. Yes, you share. In that I have read. The human rappers no go to Mama Ghana by your competition. I didn't I? No. If it is true, what is up? Yeah. If it is down, then the guy? No. Right, economy hard. Yeah. You go repeat your mistake. The next time I run, you for vote very wisely. Yeah. Because we know if I come back away, we make the wrong choices. It's time for us to make the right choice. I mean, better choices. But if we're not just going to suffering, they are the right choices. The human right is coming with development and peace and more chances. NDC, PPP, NPP, activity PPP, Mahama, and our Pejumera, Emi Dada, and our Pepijo Benuku, and this somebody Ghanaian kill. Before to buy people. Go MP, don't do Yaba come here in the Kaja Kabata voting. Go Kaba people, go with Mahama and Yai. Sooner I said I can. I thought I can see anymore. No. Mutumo. When you want hello, no what I know what I give you. And this hello MPP. Hello get PPP. Don't so I'm a back. Dan excuse me. I'm a sure I'm a yama, you know. Oh yeah, tell the bolo away. Mahamad. Get you right. I know I'm coming for good. Today I allow to standing to member. We made the wrong choices. Is that correct to make the right choice? I mean better choices for you and not to stop the suffering. They are the right choices. The human right is coming for development and peace and more chances. NDP, PPP, NDP, Mahama, and our Pejumera, Emizada, and our Pepicho Banuku.
Beloved, thank you for paying attention, giving us your time this evening. That was so much that we're tuning in. We're going to zoom into the program. Today, we've got a very, very special guest in our midst today. You are Dr. Eric Tiote, PPP member of UK branch, and Oya Ghanaian, but Oya Dr. Wenkroma. And our boy, Amaya, discussion. And as I said, you can also contribute to the program by calling on the number on the screen. Now, what to me, I share what you know, what to me, I contributed. So, without comment, and so I say, you be ready at the amount. Said you be you ready, and also a bit to me, I also. Over to me, so I share with your friends of your family, share with your friends and family. Not almost so, and share to me, and almost contributed. Thank you for tuning in, Doctor. Welcome to the Eagles Net.
Thank you very much. Yes, without
so baby, of course, fine, yeah.
Oh, baby, you're fine. As far as COVID is concerned, last you be a clinic in about three weeks in the NT. We put in, we put in everything in place to welcome back our patients, but everything is fine. Yeah. Everything is fine as far as can.
Yeah, we thank God. Say, watching me, COVID, from that, life is gradually coming back to normal.
Absolutely.
Gradually, life is coming back to normal. And that day, you have been doing commercial, so your name, you have a jobs in once. Your crop, other than Ghana. And because without a Jumadi, survive. We can't look after our families without work. Yentimin share your bills. Yentimin cover so a Juma is very important. Now, Yen say unemployment rate our Ghana is extremely high. There is no doubt about that. But I didn't know high now government from time and memorial all these years, not this present administration, but back in even J.J. Rowling's time, a lot of businesses were seized. And yes, no legitimate business they were. Where were they seized? Now, for so Ben, it was a while, sir. People are struggling to get jobs. Doctor, what is it?
Well, I think. Listen, I was very blessed to be to have been around the time of JJ. Let's start from there.
Okay.
Personally, I think he's one of the luckiest persons to be alive, leaders to be alive in Ghana now. In a sense that the sort of mess we had with him and his administration and things that followed him. Yes, he did that. Black Star Line went just like that. Sold it for peanuts. Sold our ships for peanuts. And Ghana Airways went. When I came here to study in 1976, I flew by Ghana Airways. We had a national airline, Ghana Airways, and I think I went on holidays the following second year, yeah. And after this chap came on, all these main big ones went. And then he started on people who he thought were his enemies. The breweries. One of my classmates, Nipapano Brewery, he hounded this guy out. Lost his, So sometimes, you look at it and you think, in his case, he just he wasn't fit to lead a nation. I'm sorry, he wasn't fit to lead a nation. a guy who sort of, because he had a gun, could commandeer the whole nation. And at the time, things were that. Yeah, I was in medical school then, and I knew things were hard, were very, very, very difficult to get textbooks and this and that and the other. But he came in, he had no idea of how to run the economy. Everything was run on ad hoc. He had no plans, nothing. And so when he started, doing closing these, I've given an example: Lasala and Ghana Airways, the brewery. This was a private business. There were others that went that way. Anybody who he thought was a threat to him, and let's not bullshit. There was a lot of tribalistic tendencies too. If he didn't fit the bill and you were from a different tribe that he thought he threatened him, the business, he made it impossible for you to run the business. And a short-sightedness on the part of some of the leaders. Okay, fast forward to what we have now with our leader in the PPP. The same tendency still exists. He's seen, Dr. Ndum is seen as a threat. A lot of us in the diaspora, we're fed up of the soldiers. We are fed up of NPP. Excuse me. We are fed up of NDC. We want a third force, or shall we say a fourth force. God forbid the soldiers are allowed to come in again. So let's say we want a third force, and the only credible person I see on the horizon now, that's why I'm supporting him, is the PPP. Of course, he had to clip his wings, isn't it? We see what's happened to him under the guise of this financial irregularities in 1-to-1-20. Now he can clip your wings and make you immobile. You don't have to take the knife into somebody's heart and bleed him to death to kill him. That the other ways of making them, to stifle their growth. It's just that, we don't have leaders who think far. Look at this country. We got. The
way Rebecca said, I don't think far. So you want to say, so we don't have leaders, so they don't think far. Oh,
they don't think far. Look at this country. Look at Britain. We have the Conservative Party. We have the Labour Party. We have the Liberal Party. The parties come and go and everything, but the country continues to go because when they plan, the plan is in the hands of the civil servants. Whichever party comes on, it doesn't matter. If they are building a dam, the dam goes on. If they are building a hospital, the hospital goes on. They built a posh hospital in my old university, University of Ghana Medical School. When this government came on, look at how much palaver. 3 years it took them to even open it. Whereas people were dying. Now we have COVID. If they had opened it in time, we would have staffed the place by now fully to take care of this COVID in the greater Accra, all the big cases. We could have been having our own. Why are we not developing the vaccine in Ghana?
Well,
it's not because we don't have the know-how, but we don't have the leadership that thinks far enough. We're going to sit down for an Obroni to devise something. It may be good, it may be bad, but they'll just ship it to us and stupidly we'll put it in our system, not knowing what's in it. It may have a small variation that makes the black man impotent. You don't know, and you'll be taking it. You see, so I'm afraid it all boils down to leadership.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. Mama Honorable Amos and Kansa Akwaba, I welcome you once again. You were a bit late, but you are here. Thank you. Alhaji Razak, my big boss. Oh, good day.
Oh, I salute you. Adisa.
I salute you. I salute you. Let me take this opportunity to make this quick announcement. We are offering free computer training and smartphones lesson for everybody. It doesn't really matter whether you are NDC, MPP, PPP. As long as you are Ghanaian and you over to me, I register for it. And Alhaji Razak has volunteered to help us run this particular program. So thank you so much for this support our offer to me and the rest of the team. Yeah. So Alhaji Razak, let me come straight to you. As you know, we are discussing jobs in the closures of Ghanaian businesses. Right from not this administration, I check a idea also. Dr. Mayatana said, it's down to bad leadership. They don't think far. I said, yeah, I don't think far. Or because just a leadership, they don't have a vision. And that is the reason why we are in this situation that we find ourselves in. Also, so again, they say, why is it that we have a lot of people? I'm not saying you can't offer enough. There are a lot of graduates there. They are struggling to get jobs. However, the government of the day, have decided to close businesses, and I said they are not supporting businesses. So what can be done? And I said, what is going on? They are internet money, sir.
Okay. Thank you, and everybody watching us. I will first of all use this opportunity to thank our cherished listeners and those who are watching us for making part of their time and schedule to watch us on this show. And secondly, I will thank our host, Mr. Austin, for bringing up this educative and lucrative show to help develop Ghana and let Ghanaians know the truth. And before I also start, I would like to use this platform to send my condolences to our parliamentary candidate for Bongo constituency, Honorable Afare, for the loss of our mother. And I say may her soul rest in perfect peace. Okay. For lack of jobs in Ghana is something that since birth we've been hearing it. Since they gave birth to us, we've never heard that Ghana at this stage there are jobs for people. And normally it isn't that we don't have the qualification for the jobs. We have qualification, but at times the jobs at the market is not there. And at times too, I blame how our education was structured. It is knowledge-based education, book knowledge. And the jobs available for the book knowledge graduates are also few. Because we don't value technical and vocational training. So because of that, most of us go to secondary school, offer secondary courses, then we come out looking for office work, and we're not getting it. And because we don't have a good political party or a party that have Ghanaians at heart, they are not even trying to create avenue for vocational and technical training so that we can also come in. All they know is when they come inside, they will create jobs for themselves. So normally we vote to get jobs, we vote to give people's fathers jobs. Recently, when they came to power, they said there's no jobs. They created NAPCO. They push away those in the village and the vulnerable into it. Their own children are sent abroad to learn. We are here suffering up and down, NAPCO. Meanwhile, someone selling yogurt or kebab at the street shelf, contributing a daily, at the end of the month, pays more than a NAPCO graduate. But they pick 699. Someone selling yogurt on the street side, accumulating every day, saving at least 20 cedi a month, a daily, will make up better than being an NAPCO person. But they don't see it. And because of that, because there's no change, they always think whatever they do, we always vote for them. So I think this time around, there's a need that we also see how we can do to change. Because if there is change, there will be competition. If you're able to kick those two group of thieves, excuse me to say group of thieves, away.
I like to mind your language.
Okay.
I like to mind your language.
Yes, sir. If you're able to kick them away, and there'll be competition, they will say, "Oh, let me compete, let me do this," so they also come back. So while they're competing, they'll put up something. Then before they also come back, then they will also do something. In that way, there will be a lot of development and other things for us. So I always say the party, they don't have heart at heart. All they want is their own. And what they are doing to us, it's time for we Ghanaians to stand up and tell them that we are wise.
I agree with you totally. It's time for us, especially the young generation, to stand up, because Ghana is ours. And if things are not going the way it's supposed to be going, then we have to be right to say that enough is enough and ask for a better deal. Let me put it that way. Honorable Nkansa, Alaji, I'll come back to you. Let me allow Honorable to come into the discussion quickly. Honorable Nkansa, we are talking about jobs, closure of your jobs, so anyhow, the job market, Alaji Amayati, as you said, the educational system and is not even helping the labor market. And at the same time, some governments has taken it upon themselves to say they see it as a threat. Dr. Kirby said back in JJ time, when they see you there, you are flourishing and they see you as a threat, and they will do everything within their power, say they will take you down. What did they say? Discussion, Honorable Nkasa.
I thank you so much, and then I'll thank my fellow panelists for making it today on the program, and I thank them for their contributions so far. I also thank you for giving me the opportunity to also discuss this with cherished viewers. Most of the time, when I'm online or I'm on air, I tell people that it is not that we are the smartest or the most brilliant people, but it is an opportunity we've gotten. So if in any way we speak against anybody, they should pardon us because we are human. The topic we are discussing now is very important to the Progressive People's Party because we have the youth at heart. And there's something I know, that anything that has an advantage has a disadvantage. But for you to say it is advantageous or disadvantageous is for you to analyze and know the advantages, and you outline the advantages and then you outline the disadvantages. When the advantages are with the disadvantages, it means that the thing is good. When the disadvantages outweigh the advantages, it means that it's bad. And so I'll ask Ghanaians to sit back quietly and ask themselves that what the government did in the name of banking sector clean up, whatsoever it is, be it true or false, let us consider the advantages of what they did and the disadvantages. And you realize that, as Bishop Ajinasari said, if Dr. Dufour and Dr. Papa Kwesindum and then Mr. Amoabin, even if they have fought it, didn't the government have any opportunity to support them, sustain that business? Because let us look at how many people who are eating from that table. This is a problem that Ghanaian youth need to think about. Dr. Ndum was everywhere. They were calling him a Jumera. Why a Jumera? Because of him, thousands of people were employed. Okay, so the government should have sat back. You are creating NAPCO, which is not a sustainable job. It is not sustainable. Because as we sit now, we ask ourselves, government came to Castle yesterday in Kofobia that they are going to build, how do you call it, a regional hospital. And it is a loan they are going to acquire to build that hospital. It means that he don't mind here today. He's not paying for that cost, but he wants to take the glory. Later, my children, myself, and others are the ones going to pay for the loan he is taking credit for. And so I ask myself, what do they say they have done? If you go for loans to do everything that you do, anybody can do that. You don't have 10 mansions, right? If you don't have those mansions, and then there's an avenue for you to get a loan to build 200 houses, can't you do it? You understand? And so what the government is doing, what I have realized is that government is not doing business. You know, he said, oh, I have employed people, NAPCO, CPP, community police, whatever. All these guys, employ them. But the job that they are doing, what benefit or what money, what profit does it give to government? So that it can even take care of them and give profit for tomorrow. It is just free money you are sharing. You understand? Go for free money, just put people somewhere and then let them think they are working and just give them money. I told you the last time on the program that Ghanaians are not lazy. When you travel, you see how Ghanaians work. Ghanaians are helping develop other countries. You go to Europe, you go to America, high people are Africans. So why can't these brains build our own Africa and Ghana, to be precise? Because of the PAD, pull him down syndrome. So if somebody is sitting back, okay, if somebody is sitting back and he has seen what has happened to Dr. Indum, well, he has seen what has happened to Dr. Dufour, and that fellow wants to do something, will he? He will. So the little he has, Dr. Indum could have kept his knowledge. He would have kept the little money he has acquired for himself and his family and enjoy life. He wouldn't be ridiculed as they are doing to him now, if not politics. Politics, I've been saying all the time that it is not a bad thing. It is an idea we are sharing. And so you should be able to convince me to buy your idea. You don't victimize me. You understand? We are not in agreement on a matter. The fact that we are not in agreement does not make you wrong. It doesn't make me wrong either. We should both be able to sit down and dialogue and analyze ourselves and see that, oh yeah, what this guy is saying is right.
All right, Honorable, hold your peace. Hold your peace. Let me ask this question and Sunny to ask. All right. Is you made mention of what Bishop Agnasari Ekna recently in relation to this banking issue, and according to him, or say there is some sort of jealousy, and I say some sort of BB course. So that is the reason why this closure of banks and cleanup in the course. Doctor, what Asema Bishop Agnasari Khan recently concerning this banking crisis?
I heard a little snippet. I haven't heard a whole lot. But I haven't heard a whole lot. But,
he was just saying simply that all these banks, if Senka, Yamfani said, or my be pokra, let's assume, say, Dr. Injum, Dr. Boabe, and all these banking, so might be being poor. The government should have dealt with the individuals, rather than say, be close to all these banks are more malicious, because according to him, like we remember in the UK, I say during the banking crisis, the government didn't believe most of the banks, so that they can stay in business and help.
That was the point I was going to make.
Okay,
they could have reassessed all the banks, and then those that were really, really failing. It was just a matter of capitalization. That was what brought the banks down. They said the capitalization levels are so high. Oh, you see, the way I understand banking, I'm not a banker, but the way I understand the banking is, right? Who do you see to banker? Now you're organized banker. Say you put £1,000 in the bank in the UK here. The bank gives you a promissory note, so £1,000 on that basis, you can tell the government say, ultimately lend that £1,000 to anybody who's worthy of it. Now, in those days, in some days, the banks were allowed to lend, say, I don't know what the multiple was. If your total deposit was, say, 10 million, let's say £1,000, they could allow you to capitalize it as if it was £1 million. So you may only have the £1,000 in deposits, but because they thought that you could lend the money and get the interest, and then they'll give you permission to loan out $1 million. So a lot of banks in the UK, in America, the first banking crisis they buy, it was because of that. Some people were over capitalized. Just they borrowed, they loaned too much out. So they went to, say, in America, say they'll go to American Zongo and then give a loan to somebody who they know cannot pay to buy a house, so they can get a commission on it. They do stage via foreclosures near doors, so the government had to rein them in. And what they did was, they look at all the banks, and those that are really failing, they let fail, and those that could be supported, they let support. If you look at me bank, Lloyd's Bank is here, and you're not saying are they one can no saying a government.
Since 2008.
Yes, that's right. It's taken them what, 12 years. So even if Indum's banks were in that position, the guy had track record here and in America. Give him time. He would have reached a level that you want. But they just deliberately set a new rule so high, so none of them could reach it. So they could justify what they did. And Americano, because they know that he's going to be a pain in their backside, excuse me. And because of that, let us clip his wings now, and then, but by God's grace, he hasn't brought the public whole disgrace. He was bold enough to take them to
court.
Dr.
Rintuano, sir, we are government, and you want people to work, and because without jobs, the economy will crash anyway. Because your jobs, your taxes, so that you can have money in the personal nation's account to work for development. Because honorable in cancer Cardi said everything be out there, you just have to go for a loan. Sabio said, if you are building a do something to you just have to go for a loan. Why?
Absolutely.
Your taxes income now is coming, it's not coming in, or it's not that much because people are not working.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense to me. Say, Kakrane, you are actually making it difficult because banks, over 300 banks in Pono, I can say, every branch Biano ever employed, from manager to a cleaner, not more than 20 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least every single branch Biano. Ukuyu bank manager, the cashiers, cleaners,
drivers,
security. For even security, they have 5 securities.
Yes. You see, the thing is that it's an ulterior motive. It's an ulterior motive. He doesn't give a toss about it. He's not. You see, he's not even thinking about the domino effect. He wants to get rid of somebody at all costs. The domino effect, it is not bothered. Plus, like somebody just said, his children are educated in the US, UK, Australia, other parts of the Commonwealth. So how can he care? How can he care? He doesn't give a toss. So that's what I'm saying. The leadership. It's been the biggest problem we've had throughout the whole of Africa, and particularly in Ghana. All they care is they want to bring down their enemies, and full stop. And they don't care what the collateral damage is going to be. Whether it takes down the brand, they're not thinking about that. And this is a country that doesn't have a dual system. It doesn't have a welfare system. It doesn't. I feel so sorry for a lot of these guys, and people's pension. 2 of my friends, they put all their pension money in Indus investments. Now it's locked. My classmates, we've had to form a group, and every month we club together and give them something for his family. I'm 65 years old, so and it's not Indum's fault because of the situation. His money has been locked. So they don't care. They do not care, my brother. All they care is about whether they're going to be re-elected. Anything that stands in the way has to go.
That is why it makes it a little bit difficult for me to understand, because me one day, and I heard it on the news, I called it I think one of the news, Joy News or something, Sir Angela Merkel, German Chancellor, has come to Ghana. Said I produce German cars, so say Ghana. I don't know if you heard about the news, and I was like, you produce Ghana, our car producing. She said, Safo Kantanka, a producer cars. You've not even promoted Safo's car in international level, but you may produce German cars. Ewa Ghana. Wow, sir. Unka betimi ama Safo a cars no industry no etimi develop. I employ nipa.
You.
Honorable, can we be man the ornament yes.
You know the saddest thing? Apostle Kantanka's daughter happens to be a parliament. And she also happens to be the minister of procurement.
Oh no, never. All right.
Minister for procurement. This is something we've been championing from day one. That is what the PPP always says. We are saying that use the government's purchasing power to create jobs. How do you do it?
Buy local.
Government buy cars than any individual. And so, if government should say that for the only security, for all the security services, for all the MMDAs, for all the ministries, if it is a car you are going to buy, it should be a car from Kantanka. Okay? Because as soon as you give him that order, he will have to expand his scope and probably produce more. Whether it is expensive or inexpensive, whether it is good or bad, it is still with us. All the money he gets is still in Ghana. It will be saved in Ghana.
No foreign exchange. No foreign exchange.
You understand? Those monies will be saved in Ghanaian banks. The banks will be liquid. They'll get money to give out loans. I was saying something that, assuming all the MMDAs in the eastern region have a car from Kantanka. Kantanka will be forced to have, say, a garage or a servicing center in Koforidua, which is the capital town. Okay, so that all those cars will come for servicing. So we will employ organizers, we employ whatsoever. I mean, you will employ people who are going to lubricate the cars whatsoever. At the end of the day, those people are going to be taxed. And then we use those to build our country. Kantanka has a TV set that you do bye-bye like this, it goes off. You clap, volume set goes up. You understand? We are not promoting. I've been saying that. If I get my money in my pocket, it is my money. Government cannot tell me I should go and buy Kantanka. I have authority over it. But when it is our money, and we decide that if we have something in Ghana, let us patronize what we have in Ghana. I was telling you the last time that when we are talking about a market, it is not an edifice. When you build a market, there have been places, go to a facility where the Minister of Information comes from. There's a market in the place, there's nobody on the market. The structure is there. You understand? So it is not an edifice. It's a demand for the produce, whatever that we are producing. So you go to the Asasawa area, I mean the Krobo area, they planted mangoes there. There's a factory in Insawam, okay, producing fruit juice. There are times they have to go and pay the farmers upfront. That we are paying you, we are helping you grow the mango so that we buy it. This is what we are looking for. Okay, these are the things we are looking for, so that there'll be jobs for the people to do. You see, they promote themselves. Oh, whatever. How do they call this thing? Free maternal care. We brought. I say, oh, if my wife should go and deliver free, one time free, Is cocoa free? Are diapers free? No. So if you give me that free, you've done nothing. If you tell me that you are doing school feeding, and that school feeding that you are doing, it is a purchasing power. Okay, say that if it is rice you are going to cook, it should be Ghanaian rice. So that the farmer who is farming rice will know that, oh, as soon as my produce are ready, there's a market for it. You got it? So these things, there's a minister for special development, and they say they are giving constituency, whatever, and they are using these monies to build toilets. You got it? So there's a whole lot of issues that I just don't understand the whole thing. But the problem is that we lack a leader. That is basic. Because I've been saying that you're a father in the home, and your son tells you, your 8-year-old son tells you, Daddy, do you love me? He said, yes, son, I love you so much. He said, Daddy, give me your car keys. I want to drive your car today. In as much as how much you love your son, there's no way you're going to give him your car keys to drive, because he will end up killing himself. And these are the things that the government is doing. This NPP government has, they have really disappointed Ghanaians. Because Ghanaians thought that, oh, Nana do well by way we the Progressive Party, we knew. So we said, hey, yes, Ghana needed change, but it is not the way we do it. You see, same old story. The same old story.
But let me ask you one question, please, gentlemen. You see, I do go to Ghana, very frequent. About 3 times a year, I go to visit my mom. But when I go, I just go look at things, keep quiet, and that sort of thing. I don't meddle in politics or anything like that. Will Ghanaians buy Kantanka's car?
Ghanaians as someone, no, this is what I wanted to ask. Meba, honorable Meba, don't you think, say, is this misconception about African and Ghanaian products? That
absolutely.
Is the problem?
Absolutely.
Because it's not about Kantanka's product. Let's say a Ghanaian has produced a car, a shoe, or something, a product. Because, listen, I have said, buses, I'm sure, say, a lot of them are much required by UK. Sometimes over for buses, a product of built in the UK. Even there are some, maybe to say, McDonald's, other, restaurants on adverts on TV. They mention say the food not yet were grown here in the UK. Now, sometimes I ask myself, say, why do you advertise? Who advertise for a restaurant? What is the point to say? Would they a country amount was the products not yet from the UK? And something came to my mind and said, no, it asks the person at least economy is growing, and I say the farmers I'm also contributing something. So it's the way I think the doctor can. The problem is not the cars that we produce. The problem is that Africans themselves, we don't believe in our own, because a bit of say Shepo car you're writing it off from the UK up Africa. Yeah better. But
you see, what I'm saying is that you can't force a Ghanaian who has worked to make his money to buy a made in Ghana product. No. That's why I started from government institutions. Okay.
The government, it will encourage the public.
Let's use the Ghana Police Service as an example. Let's use the MMDAs as an example. Every district assembly today owns
a car.
Okay, a design hard body pickup. Recently, the government bought it for them. Every district chief executive is owning a Nissan Patrol 4x4. Okay, so these are people we are offering our cars to. We are buying the car for them. The state is buying.
A nation is from the nation's pocket. Correct.
Mr. Austin, you've been given an appointment. Yes, it is the duty of government to give you a car. The car we are giving you is a Kantanka car. Whether you like it or yes, that is what we have. If you will not use it, use what you have.
Oh, sir, I know there. Honorable, to top up what you are saying, oh yeah, Juma Amaye. Yeah. This is not your private job. Yeah, they are appointed to work for the country. So we are giving you the resources to work for us. And you cannot say, I don't want it, and I want that.
So it's a Ghana Police Service, Ghana Prison Service, immigration, all the government agencies. They need cars. We are buying those cars from Kantanka. Kantanka build the car. I just came from America, and no police car will you see in the streets of America. It's a foreign car. It's either Chevrolet, it's either Ford. Those are the cars they use. Made homegrown cars. You understand? So
no, yeah, Honorable, what you are saying is true. It will build public confidence in our own. I can tell you about. I remember when I was Indira Gandhi was Prime Minister in England, in India. Just after our independence, the Indians started producing cars. It was shaped like a beetle, but not like a beetle, and it had big puffy, what they call it, mud guards and things. I think, yeah. They started with that, and it was they made it. They used the same principle that you've just said. Very soon, public confidence in Indian-made cars in India went up to such an extent that they started making what's the name of the brand that they sell in Ghana now? Mahindra, yes. Later on, all the car makers, sort of grew to conglomerate. Yes. Absolutely. So what you're saying is very, very true. We need to start at the government level and make all the ministries use Ghana-made cars. Full stop. And when you start doing that, we will get. You see, what I find is we don't tend to have a lot of confidence in our own Ghana-made. I mean, it's only recently I came to Ghana in February, and I realized that they've managed to make Ghanaian rice popular because of this episode we had with plastic rice. Yes. The episode we had, it was a blessing because then people shifted to our own organic rice. And I tell you what, when you go and eat it there, I brought some over to my children. It's so nice. We won't eat it until we had this plastic rice episode. So the question I ask, we have to trust our own selves. I think we have never been. We have never. For me, you're right, moderator. My age group, we have to apologize to you. We have failed you completely.
That's right. You are very right.
My age group should bow down in shame. We have failed the country big time. Yeah. We had free education from kindergarten to university. I can tell you, when I was in Legon, when you were eating in Legon Hall, you didn't have to queue to get your food. You sat down, somebody came and served the food to you.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
And this is what I enjoyed when I was in Legon Hall in my undergraduate days. And we should have used all that to build a nation. We never did. I think you guys who are going to pay the loans that these people are borrowing now should take over. It should be the young people who should be leading. The young people should rise up. You should rise up and say, enough is enough. We are not going to be you are not going to be paying these loans. We are going to encourage the industry, just like Honorable has said.
That's right.
And then when we start doing that, I've just built a small clinic in Tema. I'm coming home hopefully in a year's time to start a clinic. And the first thing I did was I told my brother to go and negotiate for one of his 4-wheel drives for me. I didn't know that it was coming here. I want to drive a tanker car before I die. We should start using, we should start, we should be proud in the fact that we are Africans, we're proud that we are Ghanaians, and we've got the brains. We can do it.
That's right.
And I was going to say children. The young people like you should take the lead.
We are trying, doctor. But give us the opportunity. We'll do it. I don't think that is the reason why we have this program.
You should kick all of us. Kick all of us off the platform and take over, because it is your nation. Given 20 years, I'll be gone. But that's when you are in your prime.
That is what I've been saying always. That is what I've been saying. Because you are talking about Ghanaian rice. Dr. Indum champion Ghanaian rice.
Yes, sorry, Honorable. If you want to call her, you have the number on your screen, so you can call. I've opened the phone lines. So the discussion is still going on. If you want to call, feel free to call. There is a text message. I'll read it later. Honorable, a snapshot. Nami Musa Alaji Asem. Yeah. You are talking about rice. Continue. In 1 minute, I'll ask Alaji Razak something.
I'm sorry. I'm going to. My battery is going low, so I'm going to charge it. So carry on.
Right. Every grain of rice, coconut groove. Every chicken you eat in coconut groove is a Ghanaian chicken. Okay, and so if government is promoting these things, that every government program we hold, every government program that we schedule, it is either Ghanaian rice or not. You're not eating. Okay, I asked myself. I've attended conferences out of Ghana. And I went to Sweden. I had to eat Swedish food because that is what they have. That is what they are serving.
Not Banku. Banku wasn't around.
But in our case, when a British come here, we want to prepare his food for him. We want to give him his whiskey. We are not promoting what we have here. We wouldn't let them taste what we have, so that they also know that there is something good in Ghana. If you see TZ, I've been using TZ as an example. And if you've never eaten TZ and you see TZ, they spread the green leaf, the ayoyo soup on it. You say, what is this? But when you taste it, you understand? So one thing I realized in life is that there is something called accessibility. Let me have access to something so that I can have a feel of it, whether I will like it or not. I have been to places during my campaign time. There were places I went to, and I told them that here you don't need a school here. Ghana, I mean, they have not structured the country so well that let us assume that there is a net 2 villages. That one village has a school from class 1 to class 3. The other has class 3 to class 5. Meanwhile, they don't have full-fledged teachers. Okay, why don't we combine these two schools, give them full-fledged teachers, and give them quality education? What is the problem? The problem is accessibility. Okay, they can't have easy access. The government is boasting. We are building cheap compound here and there. I tell them, hey, it is not necessary, because there are no medical doctors at the various cheap compounds. So if there's a district hospital in Bedrock, and then you want to build a cheap compound in Obuahu, which is about 10 minutes drive, you've done nothing. Just fix the road. Let them have a good road so that when somebody is sick, they can drive 10 minutes to the district hospital and quality healthcare. You got it? So there are a whole lot of things that the government, those in authority are doing that is not benefiting the people because they don't know what they are doing themselves.
Correct. Honorable, I will come back to you. Hold your gun. I know my own say what heaty. Just hold on, drink some water, Honorable. But you are on fire, and I like the spirit. But let me come to I like it, Razak. Welcome back on network. You went up. So we've been discussing about buying Ghanaian things, and Honorable pointed out like government. We have police. They need cars, right? We all know that without cars, they can't work. Yeah. We have immigration officers. They need cars. We have other government institutions. They need cars to do their jobs. We all understand it. But the point is, Why are we not buying the cars from Ghana? Because we have a Ghanaian man, Sapo Kantanka, producing cars. Because when you travel outside the country, we all know you're going to see Americans using German cars.
Never.
Or British, sorry, using, no. Why is it that we are promoting German cars and buying cars from other countries while we have somebody producing it right in front of our noses? And the money will stay there because we are talking about foreign exchange here. I have to convert the cities into dollar. Yeah, and buy it. And you are talking about the dollar going higher. So everything in Ghana is dollars. Because we want to always import or bring whatever. So the question that we are talking about now is that why is it that the government is not actually buying those cars? Yeah, right from Ghana, because people in the north, why? What do you say to the government?
Yeah, it's really true. But what I would say is, we black, we don't want to see our colleague black progressing. Because they will think, yes, because Osama can target producing cars. If you all buy his cars for different companies in Ghana, he's going to be a superstar, then he'll be making a lot of money. So they wouldn't want to.
He'll be improving as well.
That is
because Elijah, I was watching Ford, how he started and the cars that they used to make. Honorable. And now the cars that they are making, you can see the gap. You can see how they've progressed. So
and I don't blame her own daughter self, who being a minister, is not using the father car.
Honorable pointed out like that. Yeah, Honorable Cancer said
so, what should we do? And even the president himself, who is even a leader for us to see, is not even using the same cars too. So it will mean like they have an agenda. And normally, they always want to give a contract to foreign people so that they will be able to chop money. But if the contract is given to a Ghanaian based station, they will know that, this amount it will be limited. They wouldn't be able to see, like, they won't pass at the back and chop money. So they'll give to a foreigner and they will go there and they will say tax and other things, traveling allowance, then at the end, they will get something to chop. So normally, that is just the strategy of we Ghanaians. So that's why I said we the youth have to get up and fight and make sure the right person will come so that we can all do. Even if you're looking for a president, if you want somebody who's going to be president, at least Indum is able to create businesses in Ghana, which a single person can feed the mother, father, wife, and children. Assuming Ghanaians wanted the truth, why not going for that person? Somebody has created business almost all the regions in Ghana. Assuming one bank employing about 15 people, they all have their fathers, their mothers, their children. If they wanted the truth, why you don't go for that person? So there's a problem in Ghana, and I'm sure the leaders who are already there. So you have to make sure that we kick them out and we bring the right person, then we all move forward.
You see,
Honorable, Mahosa, you are still wanting. Okay, our time is up, but go ahead.
Last time I was giving an example that has woefully failed because they just want to put money into one person's pocket. Okay, let me use Zoom Lion as an example. If you go to every district assembly, they have a session for environmental whatever. Okay, so what I was saying is that
Honorable, somebody is on the line. Hold your peace. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Oh.
Yeah. Mebacho, can you hear us? Ochianka.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. You have the. You can speak to your English. Anyone is fine with that. So go ahead. We are listening.
Okay. Come on, moving no. Emi Debi na tasemi ya sema. I was say Ghana for ye dear chile bebre ma city because the Caribbean ni wa or ya dear na ojeku hokudi obi dia ne dia ne ye nti until say aban ejini nsabe shat ya kate look every institution dia mobeto bia no monto Ghana unless said there is no alternative in Ghana, then you can import, you can source from outside. The Yanyan sa Yaniema no enye yeda and yet cantan kanko. Yawanyama be prayer you produce to Ghana. But Ghana for and penny for because omoko ya tena ladi kaino omema and producer and yetika into no omo pes tombe yeta onyetika onya 10% in cream. The man only the bush ye. But we don't want that. Into the rather no ye big jam and mana and
I but just our network
Tata.
Hello?
Tata. Not the for people close to me from. But near talk. Yes. Near talk. Hyundai Stella. Kia Lada Niva and Bafi Hyundai Pony. Something singing and I'm not the budget and I'm not seeing a year for nobody not chances in change. But people were buying Hyundai Stella. It's one hour, but now you talk and over your side to see as that company. A better company said, Timu, I will be at it because Omoko Mano, Omo before which Omo dear toy. Eddie Gray, maybe be famous for yes, your toy. Yes, you into to say, Yanka say, any bed break near Sumono, and yet ye, Yetikana, Denmark for former finance minister, Oba Ghana, the crack and tanker the coy. That's the only Kantanka car and walk outside of Ghana. Menu use up to now, Ogusu use. But yeah, and police recently Ghana police they talk over 150 pounds. 150 cars. Almost 500 cars. And the police military, but they are talking about crazy. Kantanka. Into a attitude, a Ghana attitude, and per se, the and until start binding in service firm, it changes that way because the most big purchasing power. Apart from that, also the boosting confidence. Into be who say, a blind cry, you see a police walker away, a blind, a 6 months, president, the Chamua, on take Ben Timothy or the Kantanka, ye castle, and or people begin to build the confidence that, hey, and I may talk on a mo, may talk on a tuma, may talk on a car, may talk on a pencil, and Kaka include the ye. Until to see a bear cano. A bear cost to stay here. The person, no, send your more cano, you need be a near my near my decant if you the time walking.
Thank you, sir. Ofre, for now. What's your wife? Olaji, you hear what he said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think
it's very true because Kantanka have even donated some of his cars to his institution in Ghana. They are not using. They park the cars at their yards. Or no one can donate cars in Biman. People say, "Omonji, now I'm trying." Say, "Yeah, Omonji now we go park where we am." Because Omonji sequence one. And Musa Kane, Omatobi, Tomada, Pakasi, so. So that is all about it. So we don't like our own progress.
No, is it wickedness or poor leadership?
You see, when
it's all.
Is it wickedness or poor leadership?
Mr. Austin, let me governance is like managing your okay. It is like managing your own home. You have children. They are your children. You are not their child or children. You understand? And so you know more than they do. So you know what is right for them. They don't determine your pace. When it is time for them to go study, they can't give you an excuse that, Daddy, oh, we want to watch television. We want to do A, B, or C. You understand? You have to lead them. If you give the children the chance to lead you, you'll always be in a mess. And so, every time I've been saying that in every institution, wherever you find yourself, everybody is important, but the most important person is the leader. Because when you are subordinate,
true,
whether you have the best knowledge or the best skills, whatever you say is a suggestion. Because you need an approval. If you're a minister, for instance, you always need an approval from your government. Just yesterday, the Minister of Communication issued a statement that BBC should close down some of their channels, blah, 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 blah. And government has come out to tell her that, hey, no. You understand? So it tells you that the most important person is the leader. The leader can now tell you, hey, this is the way we are going. Period. Whether it is good or bad, when you are subordinate, you have to follow. If you can't, you resign and leave. And so the problems we are going through boils up to poor leadership. Because when you have a very good leader who knows his left from right, he will know who to choose as a minister. He will know who to choose as a CEO of an institution. And so then you can't just consider, oh, they gave me money for my campaign, so I have to pay them back. No.
that's what yes, that's what they normally do.
You see, there's an adage in account, and it goes this way. But I am telling you, Obia or the nam yi namubia you within on your person. You know why? The truth is that this is a hook. I'm going to kill you with a hook. But he uses a bait on the tip of the hook. So you are the fish. You think that you have gotten a meat or something to eat. You've gotten food to eat. Lo and behold, when you pick it up, it is.
That would be the end of you.
And then as soon as he hooks you, he now uses you for what he wants. So you hook the tilapia, he eats the flesh, give the bone to his dogs. He doesn't care. Once somebody who has good intentions want to offer anything, if you want to give fish food, you just throw it into the river. You don't put it on a hook. So as soon as you see that there's something behind it, bro, be careful. Be careful. And so our politicians, now let's look at the season we are in now. People we never saw. People who never dined with us are now at our doorstep, behaving as if they love us than anybody else. My brother, my sister, they are liars. They are just luring you. The fact is that they are poison, they are hooks. They are just using those antics to lure you to vote for them. Okay? And so the youth, as Dr. Dodu said, the youth need to take our destiny into our own hands. But the saddest part of it is that is why they don't want you to be educated, so that you see the light.
And they say education, honorable education, has always been the key to everything. Even back in slavery, the reason why they didn't want the slaves to go to school, because when you are enlightened, and no, Ebema and Yama is difficult for the slave master. So, Oman Kipu in darkness, they can't control you. And that is the reason why Eagle's Nest had to educate the public. Because here, we've taken it upon ourselves every Mondays and Thursdays to educate the public about what is going on and the sad things. Because at the end of the day, the future is in our hands. And the way, the future is in our hands. And so,
what I was saying is that the youth need to reason. Okay? I have had elections several times, and they tell you, oh, do it as they do it. I said, no, if I do it the way they do it, then there's no difference.
There wouldn't be any difference.
Understand? I know how I want to serve. I have always been saying that service is not by force. If Dr. Hindu, whether Dr. Hindu becomes president or not, he will never beg to eat. And so, you who is drinking water with animals, think you are going to vote for him to give him a job. You are not sane. Ask yourself, this is an opportunity to live in any part of this world and enjoy himself. But he lays all the
yes,
down.
it's very true. It's very true.
Okay?
It's very true. And the leaders in Ghana, most of them, they know
let Alaji say something. I'm listening. Alaji, come in.
I mean, the leaders and the elders in Ghana know the right thing, but if they say it, they will attack them. Because I've made it to a sense that anyone who's saying the truth in Ghana, they will attack you and either disgrace you that you are not saying the right thing. Just like recently what Bishop said, he didn't say anything bad. They could have salvaged those, but they could have like a way of saving them. Now they attacked him. So that's the truth. People are in Ghana, they know the truth, but they can't say it. Or they're afraid if they say it, they'll lose their lives. But we in Eagle Nation, always telling the truth. We are ready to always tell them the truth. Anytime the show is on, we'll tell them. And they must listen to it.
Some of us have offered ourselves. Me, people do say, you are a pastor. Why do you get yourself into politics? I say, hey, if we don't get ourselves in there, recently Christian Council was saying that Christians should get involved. I say, who is the president? Who is the vice president? Isn't he a Muslim? Isn't the president a Christian? Isn't Kenofata a Christian? And why are they behaving the way they are doing? Because every fundraising that the church does, we are inviting the minister, we are inviting the DCE. We don't care about where they get money from. They just come and they plan themselves. These elections, politicians who have never honored invitation to churches will now come to you. Oh, pastor, from here I will be going to somewhere else. So please give me the podium. And then a pastor will just give his mic to the politician to talk and leave. I will not do that.
Honorable, yeah, our time is fast because we're a little bit late. So I'm giving you the next minute to run up because you are on heat. And it's your Jawa young pony. So run up for us. Now my legend so run it up for us. And then we go.
The right son happens to be hope. Okay? The right son, whenever you are there, you are in darkness. Whenever is springing up. Whether you were sick yesterday, and you see the sun, see the rays of the sun, you have hope that today something good might happen. When you see the sun, when you are happy, today something good can happen. All that I'm telling Ghanaians is that the red sun is risen.
The red sun is risen.
All is not lost. A vote for the people is not a wasted vote. It is a vote for progressive leadership. It is not a change that will take us backward. It is not a change of equalization that this one stole money and they stole more than we did. No. It is a change that is going to reflect in our lives.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you.
To take this very, very serious. Somebody has commented on the platform that this has been the most program ever he's listening to. They should tell other people, they should share for people to know and know what is really going on the ground.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you.
And then I am praying to always be on the show to share the little experience we have with the populace. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you. Honorable, run out for us. Your few words.
Yes, sir.
Alaji.
Yeah, I will say, yes, sir. I will say the youth and the people of Ghana shouldn't fear to say the truth. Even if the whole Ghana is against you for saying the truth, just say it. Don't say
they will kill your business. So. Alaji, okay.
They've already killed it. What? They've killed the business already. But we'll continue to preach the truth till everything is changed. So what I will use is that the youth who are here listening to us and watching us should always follow an Eagle Nest program all the time, so that they will be educative and updates. So that when they are on the ground, on the grassroots, they will know what to tell them. When they come to campaign, when they mount on the platform, they should know the question to ask them. So they know that all that we are doing, we are finding job for them, not for ourselves. Because it's been it has come to a time that we are no more children again. The fooling all is done. If you're a layman and you do something, you are taken off. If you're in the government, you do something which is wrong, they will not mind you. Just recently, a lady who's a minister fired a gun. She's going scot-free. A musician by the name Stoneboy fired a gun. He's in court. I don't know all human beings. Why they say equality before the law? Is equality before the law no longer functions in Ghana? So we the youth to know that our future lies in our hands. If you allow it to continue to do it that way, that means we will continue to suffer. And their children will also become rich, because normally there are just certain steps for their children. So once they are gone, they will step in. And we, those who are at the back, who our parents are in the village and other things, we can never go forward. So I will thank everybody and thank Mr. Austin for bringing up this show. It's very educative. And I'm always excited being here. I wish we could have talked till 10 o'clock, but this becomes faster.
Alaji, we will continue next week, Monday. It's always Mondays and Thursdays. And then we'll try to add some of the time to it. It's 1 hour show, but we'll extend it to 2 hours. We are working on it. I know that a lot of people find it very interesting, and I can see some people testing and trying to call, but our time is up. But let me quickly say this now. Yansha said, if we can add 15 minutes to the time, I'm using my own, the power invested in me.
Yes, sir.
By Otiko Koso. I'm from Kumasi, so you know. Now, the honorable, our time not up, but maybe 15 minutes are coming. Now, they are running up, because a lot of people are testing me, say it's very educative and informative. So I will actually encourage people to always tune into Eagles Nest Show, Mondays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. GMT. If you don't know GMT, ask Uncle Google, and you know what GMT is all about. Now, tune in. And this is a program to actually educate you, for you to know that Ghana is yours, and Ghana doesn't belong to any political party. Say, Yentimi, I'm standing up for our rights. Yentimi, I'm fighting for what belongs to us as the young people of Ghana. This problem can never be solved. And we complain about the same thing, but we are not willing to change what is going on. So we decide to change our mindset and to change our actions. The country Ghana will forever remain the way it is here. And it is up to us to make that difference. It's up to us to actually change the course of direction, how the country is being run. Because young people, we will pick up the loans now or more, the bribes now or more. So if you think it's an election, you brought 100 cities, you brought 50 cities, you brought 200 cities, and that is it. At some point, your generation has to suffer. So I don't see why a community leader has to take 100 cities and actually, sell themselves to a political party. So what we are saying, we need to take actions. We need to change our actions. We need to change the way we vote. Study about you better me change your life for the better. So as I said, this program now about it comes your way every Mondays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. GMT. Share with your friends and family. They can also tune in and listen to this informative and educative program. Now, we will continue these jobs issue again. because a lot of people are testing me, Honorable, and people are more person more contributing. But as I said, at the idea anyhow for now, I will extend the time a bit from next week going. You don't how you bit me extend the time. So I will plead with the listeners. They said, I'm on fan for now, and next week we'll try to add some of the time to the program so that they can also contribute and join. So I will take this opportunity to thank Alhaji Razak. Alhaji, do you want to make an announcement about our online course, the computer training?
Yes. Mr. Austin has been able to organize an online IT classes and smartphone, how to use smartphone and basics in computerized. So we are using that. Anyone who is interested should contact us. When you contact us, you'll be given a form to fill, then your name will be added. It's going to be online, either on Zoom or any affordable teaching app that we think we're able to bring you. There are basic things in smartphone that people don't know. There are some basic things that you can use in the phone instead of going to cafe. People go to cafe to do something that you can use in their phone. So we'll take you through basics in smartphone, then basics in computer like shortcuts and a lot of things. And I'm available to help Mr. Austin carry out it, because once he has made up his mind that he's going to sacrifice to help the vulnerable ones, I've also volunteered to bring myself and support him that will come out. So I wish everybody to come on board so that we'll make it very educative.
Thank you so much, Alhaji, for your support. Honorable, I think you've heard about our computer training. We was all posted somewhere. So do you have anything to say to us? And as you want something, you want to access something.
It is a very good initiative, and we are now living in an IT world. And so there is nothing. I've been saying always that there are two things in this world. One is called knowledge, and the other is wisdom. Knowledge is a part. Whatever you don't know in this world that you want to learn, you will know. And wisdom is God's giving. That is why a lot are politicians and there are even medical doctors who have learned that smoking, smokers die young. He's a medical doctor, but you smoke. You understand? He has the knowledge, but to abstain, he doesn't. And so I will say that anybody who thinks that he needs these basics in ICT and in smartphone using, should take this, seize this opportunity. The internet is meant to learn, not to do other things. I've always been saying that when you go online and you don't know what you are going to do there, they will tell you what to do because things will just be popping up. Click, 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 and you'll be clicking and then you just waste. And so whenever you buy your data, use it judiciously, use it wisely. Listen to programs like this, not the things that will not influence your life. And it's going to be a blessing unto you. And so I thank you guys for sacrificing and sacrificing. This is knowledge you paid for. You are willing to give it out freely, and it is something that you need to be commended for. So God bless you. Even as we know that it's going to be a blessing unto others. God bless you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. Until next week, we'll come your way with the Eagles Nest Show. I will thank my guest, Honorable Emerson Cancer, and then Alhaji Razak, my good friend, and all the way from Bongo. The sad story is that I don't know the North. I always say, as soon as I land in Ghana, please, a big banquet for me in the North, because I will be spending all my days in Bongo. So I greet my honorable Ferry and Sally Osika from the beginning. Right now, we wish him all the best. We'll do soon a matter, and our condolences. Excuse me, honorable.
I've also lost my father in the funeral of the next man, God willing. So.
Oh, sorry, honorable. Sorry for your loss too. We didn't know your name. Honorable Ferry, the name. So your mom will not share them.
Next month, 21st, will be exactly 1 year he passed on.
All right, that is fine. So, your mom, when you said we pray that God should be with you, encourage you, comfort you in this difficult moment. Omo friends and then relatives.
Yes.
It's really, really important. Say, okay, so OTA next week, Monday, next week, Thursday, share with your friends and family. Thank you for tuning in. I will say bye-bye on behalf of all the listeners. Prince, Prince Asamoah, thank you for your message. Honorable Aferi, thank you for your comment. Vanessa, thank you for your comment. Alaji Sako, thank you for your comment. Sorry, Adam, thank you for your comment. Etway, thank you for your comment. David, thank you for your comment. Augustina, thank you for your comment. Franklin, thank you for your comment. Obia Osha, we thank you for your time. Thank you for making time with us. Next week, Monday, will come your way. And I'm expecting Honorable Alalaji, if so, free, they will join us for another hot debate and discussion on Monday.
We are ever ready. We are ever ready and always available.
Good. I like the spirit. Together we can educate the public. Together we can change things because this is the time. Yeah. False news and any false information, I check. But I believe that this is the time for Ghana to change, and we will do everything on Eagle's Nest to educate the public so that they will know the truth. Because it makes no sense to us to say a country like Ghana, you're poor. A third word, say if they use those words, it's honorable. Who's why you calm down? You're about to answer. Honorable, calm down. Because I'm just trying to say, so next week on Monday it's gonna be hot on the Eagle's Nest because I don't understand why they call this country a third world country. Because sometimes when European countries use this term, a poor country, third world country, and like, what do you mean that? Oh no, what can be one? Man, one can cry uncle.
Himself that we are an oil country. Let us ask us, what is the percentage of the oil proceeds that belongs to them?
What a sad site, gold, yeah. So next week Monday we'll be looking at our natural resources, income that was sent the mail. So that picture now we've been talking about, how much, and the buyer. Hey, okay.
You tell me you have a company. You tell yourself you have a company. What is your share in the company? You have 15%. What would the one owning the 85% say? If you are touting yourself, you are an owner of a company, and your shares in that company 50%. Okay, what would the one owning 85% say? This is something. Well, you see, there are times I get crazy about these things because our leaders are taking us for a ride. They are taking us, and because they know they are dying anytime soon, they are dying. They are sacrificing all that we have.
Let's bring the program to an end because you are so much on fire. See, you can talk for the next 24 hours. We thank everybody. We'll meet on Monday. Monday is another day. So Monday, just guns and all that there, and let's pray. On Monday, fill up the guns with all the bullets that you have. And we'll be talking about this because the Ghanaian public has to know, yeah. And it's about time we know the truth. Alaji, I think you agree with me. We know what is going on,
yes,
and we want to change it because it makes no sense for a country like Ghana to say, "I'm going for a loan in China." It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. Who does it? Emma Trump, Eka said,
the question, if you go for a loan, how are you going to pay for the loan? What did you use those monies for? You understand? These are things
and
a businessman.
Honorable, and the problem is the loans has to be paid by our taxes, and you are not even creating jobs to enable. It doesn't make sense. Younger program this year on Monday we'll be hitting her, and we'll be talking about it because it makes no sense. He said, "Who quality loan? How are you going to pay it back? And it's going to be people's taxes, but you don't even have jobs." Honorable, hold on. Hold on to this guy. Fatuho, for now. Monday, I will allow you to shoot. I will allow you to shoot. Alaji, thank you for your time. We'll see you on Monday. Yes, thank you for everybody who tuned in. On Monday, we'll meet on the Eagles Nest. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.